Hello all, welcome to part 2 of relative CSS selectors. In the previous session, we have practiced writing few basic relative CSS selectors. Now in this session, we are going to write the next set of relative CSS selectors by solving these challenges that are mentioned here. All these challenges we are going to practice on this sample application page, that is omaya.blogspot.com. So let's get started. First, I'll open the browser and take you to the sample application page. You need to type omayo, O-M-A-Y-O dot blogspot.com. Once you are landed on this page, right click on any blank area on this page like this and select inspect option. Then you will get the Google Chrome DevTools like this. Now, on the right side, click on this double arrow and select Selectors Hub. And in this text box field, we are going to write the relative CS selectors for locating different elements on this web page according to the challenges given here. So let's go with the first challenge. So according to the first challenge, we need to locate all the elements on the web page which have the input tags. So on this website page, there is no single element having the input tag. There are multiple elements. Okay. On this website page, there are so many elements having the input tag in their HTML code. For example, this text box field, if I right click here and select inspect, the HTML code of the text box field is getting displayed here. You see, it has an input tag. What about this search button? Right click on the search button and select inspect option. Even this search button also have this input tag. What about this radio button? This radio button HTML code also has an input tag. Okay. What about this checkbox field? Inspect that checkbox field and the HTML code of the checkbox field is displayed here and highlighted here. And that HTML code also has an input tag. There are so many elements on this web page having the input tag. It doesn't mean that all the elements on this web page have the input tags. For example, I'll take this text area field. I'll select the text area field and right click and select inspect option. And if you see the HTML code of this text area field, there is a tag name known as text area. It's not the input. So there are so many elements on this web page which have the input tag in their HTML code, but not all elements on this web page have the input tag. Now, out of all the elements on this web page, I want to filter down the elements which have the input tag in their HTML code. Okay. You see that Xbox field has the input tag, search button has the input tag, this radio buttons have the input tag in the HTML code. Okay, checkbox fields have the input tag, but the text area field doesn't have the input tag. If I go with other elements, they also may not have the input tag. I just want to locate all the elements on this web page which have the input tag. How to write the relative CSS selector? To write the relative CSS selector to locate all the elements on this web page which have the input tag, if I inspect one of the element, guys, if I inspect one of the element which have the input tag like this, select this and select inspect, you see the HTML code of this particular text box field is coming which has the input tag. So if I want to locate the remaining all elements on the web page which have the input tag, okay, I just need to use a tag name. Okay, so here if you are using relative CSS selector, you don't have to start from the root tag, that is HTML, okay, greater than body. We don't have to use like that. Okay, as already covered in the previous session, we can directly write the tag name of the element. So here, what is the tag name of the element? Input. So if I type input here, which is a tag name of this particular element, will only this particular text box field element will get located? No, there are so many elements on this web page which have the same input tag. All the elements which have the input tag on this web page will get located. So if I simply type input, which is a relative CSS selector, and press enter, how many elements are coming, guys? Total 34 elements are matching. That means on this website page, okay, that means on this website page, there are total 34 elements matching. What are those elements? Here you see the list of elements are coming down. Okay, this is the first element. That is this particular text box field has an input tag. Inspect this. Does it have the input tag? Yes. Okay, this particular text box field in its HTML code has input tag. That's why it got located with the help of this relative CS selector. Now, if I go with the second one, out of 34, second one, if I go with the second one, nothing but this passport text box field. Inspect this. That also has an input tag. Now, if I go with the third one, this username text box field, here there is a username text box field which is getting located. So if I inspect this, okay, username text box field, that also has an input tag. If I go with the next one, that is password, inspect that, that also has an input tag. If I go with the next one, that is login button, if I inspect that login button, that also, you see all the 34 elements which got located when I type this input. Okay, relative CS selector here. Total 34 elements on this web page which have the input tag in their HTML code got located. So the first challenge can be solved by writing the CS selector as just input. If I type input relative CS selector, okay, then this CS selector, this relative CS selector will locate all the elements on the web page which have the input tag. Okay, but there are so many elements on this web page. Apart from the 34 elements, there are so many elements on the web page, but only the elements which have the input tag got located. So in the previous sessions, I've covered relative XPath expressions. Okay. In the previous sessions of this course, I've covered relative XPath expressions where I have explained similar kind of concepts. Hoping that you already have gone through that relative XPath expression topics where we have solved similar type of challenges. Okay. And coming back here, you will easily understand how to write the relative CS selectors. Okay. Some small syntax differences are there from XPath expressions. When I compare the relative XPath expression with relative CS selectors, I'm writing as solutions for these challenges. Small syntax differences will be there, but all these kind of challenges we have already solved with the relative XPath expressions in the previous sessions of this course. So if you have not watched those sessions before coming to this session, I highly recommend to watch those sessions on XPath expressions before coming back. Okay, before coming to this solving the challenges using relative CS selectors for the same. Okay, fine. Now, next one, locate the input tags. We need to locate all the input tags, but they should have the name attribute. If you see here, on this website page, there are so many elements, that is total 34 elements having the input tag, okay, as a tag name in the HTML code of the elements, right? But all the input tags doesn't have the same attributes. For example, the first input has type attribute, type is equal text. Second also has a type attribute as password. Third one has type is equal text, but another attribute is there. That's name attribute. Okay, this name attribute is not there with first and second. You see, the name attribute is only there with the third element, which got located, which has an input tag, but name attribute, extra attribute, name attribute is there. The fourth one also has a name attribute. Fifth one, does it have the name attribute? No. Here, a type attribute is there, on click is there, values, but name attribute is not there. Sixth element having the input tag doesn't have the name attribute. It has a type, value, CSS is there. Seventh, name attribute is there. Eighth, name attribute is there. Ninth, do we have the name attribute? No. 10th, name attribute is there. 11th, does it have the name attribute? No. Okay. 11th or 12th. Okay. You see, few elements which got located with the help of this input relative CS selector have the name attribute. The others doesn't have the name attribute. So I just want to locate only the elements. Okay. I just want to locate only the elements which have the input tag name. Along with that, they should have the name attribute. So out of these 34 elements, only the elements which have the input tag name and also having the name attribute will get filtered. Okay. So if I say 34 elements, all these elements have the input tag. Okay. All these 34 elements have the input tag, but not all the elements have the name attribute. Now I want to filter the input tag elements which have the name attribute also. What to do? To do that, I have to put the square bracket open and close. And here I have to provide the attribute name. What is the attribute name? Name is the name of the attribute name that I want to. Okay. Simply write like this: input square bracket name. That's it. Okay. I provided the attribute name. In XPath expression, we used to write @ symbol before the attribute names, but in CS selectors, we don't have to write that. As per the syntax of CS selectors, you should not mention the @ symbols before the attribute names. Okay. So input is a tag name and square bracket name. Attribute. Press enter. You see, out of 34 elements, only 19 elements got filtered. All these elements have the input tag name. Along with that, they have the name attribute. That's why they got filtered. Okay. You see, this element also has input tag name, name attribute. That's this username text box field. The next one, input tag name, name attribute. Third, input tag name, name attribute. Fourth, you see, all the elements have the input tag name along with the name attribute. Okay. Name attribute, and so on. So what is the answer for solving this second challenge? To solve the second challenge is we have to write input square bracket name. That's it. So this is the answer for solving the second challenge. Now let's go with the third challenge. Filtering the input tags using attribute names and their values also. Here only attribute name we have used, but here attribute names and their values also. Okay. So here out of 34 elements, we have filtered 19 elements which have the name attribute. Now I want to filter more. Okay. From these 19 elements, I want to filter more. That means I don't even want 19 elements. I want less elements to be located. So I'll take something. For example, here, not all input tag name attributes have the same name attribute value. You see, this name attribute value of the input tag element have user ID here. Okay, this name attribute value of this input tag element have password PSWRD kind of value. This name attribute value of the input tag has F name. Like there are different elements on this. Okay, different elements here having the same input tag and same name attribute have different values. Now I want to filter based on the values. Here have something like color. Name is equal to color is there. So here, if I say, if I want to locate all the elements on this web page which have the input tag having the name attribute whose value is color is equal to color if I write, and that color you have to surround with single quotes and press enter. Out of that 19 elements, only two elements are coming. First 34 elements. That means all the elements having the input tag, irrespective of which attributes and values they have. Second, we filtered out 19 elements. Okay. Out of the 34, we filtered 19 elements because we have filtered the elements having the input tag and they also should have the name attribute. Since all the elements, input tag elements doesn't have the name attribute, okay, only 19 elements got filtered earlier. Now, I went further to filter more elements, to filter, to go to the next level of filtering. I also gave the value because all that 19 elements doesn't have the same name attribute value. They have different name attribute values. Now I want to locate the element having the input tag whose name attribute value is color. So only two elements matching. Okay, so this is a answer for third challenge. To solve the third challenge, filtering the input tags using attribute names and values is one of the example. Okay, this is the answer. Now, this is one thing, right? Now the next thing is I want to filter further where I want to get only one element. Okay, so out of these two things, out of these two elements which are getting located, one of the element is getting located as orange checkbox field which is in selected state. Second one is blue checkbox field which is in selected state, not selected state. These two checkbox fields are getting selected by writing this kind of CSS selector, relative CSS selector. Okay, fine. Now I want to filter further. So let's say out of these two, I want to locate only one checkbox field. So for that, how to filter out? You see, the only way to filter out is adding more attribute value names. Okay, sorry. Okay. Here only one attribute name with value is there, right? By adding more, along with this, if I add more attribute names and values, what will happen? The filtering will continue. So here, if I see there's first element, second element, both have the name attributes. That's why they are getting located. Both have the color same value also for this name attribute values. Okay, color is there. What if I take another attribute? Okay, another attribute like value here. Okay, another square bracket I'll put, and in that I'll provide the attribute name value. Still two elements are coming. I want to filter to one element, let's say in this example. So here the value of this the value attributes value of this first element is orange, whereas the value attribute value of the second element here is blue. So if I want to locate only blue, not orange, okay, not these two items, orange and blue, I don't want to locate. I want to locate only blue. What I have to do? Value is equal to single quotes. Give that value, okay? Not these two elements have the same value. They have different values. So I'll take something unique like value is equal to blue to filter out and press enter. What happened? Only one element matching. Out of these two checkbox fields, only one checkbox field is currently locating because this is a checkbox field which has an input tag name and has a name attribute value as color, and also the value attribute value is blue. Okay, the other checkbox field doesn't have the value attribute value as blue, it has orange as the value. Okay, that's why it didn't get located. So this is a solution. Okay, so this is a solution, guys. One of the example solution. Filtering the input tags using multiple attribute names and values. If you want to filter further, what is the way? In relative CS selectors, what is the way of filtering the elements further? If multiple elements are getting located and you want to keep on filtering until you find a particular element, you need to add more attribute values. Okay, attribute names and values to the relative CSS selector. Fine. Okay, here locate all the input tags. Simply write input. That will locate all the elements on the web page which have the input tag. Okay, in their HTML code. Then locate all the input tags having the name attribute. Input. Here 34 elements used to get located. Then locate the input tags having name attribute. Not all the elements having the input tag name has a name attribute. So I want to filter them. Okay, out of 34, only 19 elements have the name attribute in their HTML code. Okay, containing the input tag name. So 34 came to 19. Now when I added the value also, name is equal to color. So because this all these elements having the input tag having the name attribute have different values assigned to the different values assigned to the name attribute. But when I say color, out of this 19, only two elements got filtered. Okay. Now in that also, when I added one more attribute name with a unique value, what happened? From that to also one element only got located. Okay. So this is called as filtering. Okay. We can filtering the elements by locating them with relative CSS selectors. Okay, we can keep on adding more attribute names and values to filter the elements. Okay, to filter the elements, we have to add more attribute names and values. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.